Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to episode 20 of the Final Sect. Today, we will go towards Yankei's Golden Core Breakthrough. I will explore a little bit the capabilities that Roju has now that she's running around with the strongest golden core that my sect has seen so far, and I'll be going for a new generation of talismans. So there's a couple of little things in today's episode that I'm really looking forward to. So before we get started for real, a quick pointer to PayPal, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee. As much as I love to do what I do, I sadly have bills to pay and all those nasty little things. And if you want to support me with that quest against the mortal realm, well, that's the best way to do it. I thank you for all your time and all the donations that you've made so far. And I hope you're enjoying the show, because watching this stuff is the best way to support me after all. Now, GE is going to be a very important part of today's developments, but we're going to create blood talismans now that we have the materials available. We're not going to produce the sacred talismans, or wait a sec. We are producing sacred talismans. What the heck? These are much better, and these are actually the best stuff you can build. I was just very surprised that I had enough Serenity Soul Gems at my disposal to do this. So these will yield much more powerful talismans. The most interesting part about it for me right now, for immediate returns, will be the spiritual travel talisman, because that's after all the most powerful little trinket that we're running around with, and we're going to create ourselves a couple of these. So sacred talismans have a innate tier of 6 compared to the regular scroll paper that we were using. That's triple the amount of quality tiers, and that's a pretty good thing. So, Yinji is hanging around, doing nothing in particular. We got to change that. There's still an entire world to be discovered. So, let's do some adventuring to Mount Tiger Paw. But tell you what, since we've just crafted our first sheet of new talisman paper, let's put that to some good use, shall we? So, first off, I had to find it. Alright. Mount Cassia has been discovered. Wonderful. So, we're going to recall our Mistress of the Talismans, and meanwhile, I'll be looking for that paper. But luckily, this is a lot easier. This can be found that easy. So, I'm gonna be drawing a new talisman for Yinji, and or Chi after all as well. The recommended disciple is almost here. I can't remember any recommended disciple. Shame on me, huh? Well, let's do another spirit traveling talisman. There we go. Cool. This one is a lot stronger than the one we've been using before, so we're going to replace that one. As you see there, it's double as powerful. So somebody is, you cannot equip them if somebody wants to move them somewhere right now. Okay, so step 1 has been done. We do have more of that sacred talisman paper now, so now we can send him off. These little improvements, they make much of a difference, since we do travel around so much after all. So I'm gonna be allowing her to chill out a little bit at home for a moment. First and foremostly because I want to make sure that we're going to get her better talismans. And that Divinity Mind talisman, for real, girl. We need that for other cultivators. It's a wonderful trinket when you want to just increase your experience points in a larger scale, or I mean cultivate in a more meaningful way. So Talisman paper production is running wild, and we got now 3 of these available. So let's count. Shi needs one, Ruju needs one, and one day Nian Shuang and Yan Ke need one. So we are short of 1 talisman paper so far. So let's fast forward until that's crafted. Yeah, I'm losing a little bit of time. Well aware of that, but in all honesty, not that much of a big deal. So there's a success chance linked to it. So that means there's going to be not a golden core breakthrough. It'll cost her lifetime though. Nasties. Alright. The last sheet of paper is being crafted right there. So we can then create the talismans as we see fit. So let's count one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there will be a 5th one once we have the water disciple, but that'll take a pretty long time. So we're going to draw ourselves these neat little talismans 4 times, of course. That's why I wanted to wait. I just don't want to have these not available for everybody. Manifesting Miracle. We don't need that. Let's say hi to the Unity Sect. Yeah, you do you. Eat your beast blood, mad boy. I'm down with that. We got so much of that stuff. I think it's totally fine. Alright. So, last step of our adventure here. Toss away the weak one and pick up a big one. There we go. So we can send her on her back on her adventures now. So Mount Tiger Paw is being covered by Yinji. Riverbank Plains is fully explored. We just need to go for an adventure on Mount Cassia. So Central Plain is also fully covered. We made quite some progress. So I'm gonna send her to Exultant Isle because I figured that this is a place where we still have to unearth quite a lot of things. There's one more location that I want to see. And yeah, so come on, Yunke, you can do it. Hope she's getting through with her breakthrough at the first attempt. And it is, besides that, time for a new chi array. So it's now the last thing that I'm picking up for this sect. As usual for me, is the water cultivator. So I don't know who's it gonna be yet, but I know that I want to set up the cultivation star before we actually need it this time. I've seen what it did for Yanke and it was not pretty good. I've been waiting way too long for her to kick into gear, and therefore just want to do better, you know. There we go. As soon as we are a real sect, we can also get ourselves better cushions. But, you know, we are not a real sect yet. Just a beginner sect. The scrubby sect. Alright, so water cultivation requires metal energy. We'll take a while until we get access to that, but it won't be an endless endeavor. Okay, so there goes bed, and let's see. First off, I want to check on out what kind of stats do we need for the water law. We need Constitution, Intelligence, and Charisma. It's an interesting mixture. So let's see if anybody here among my disciples is actually good at that. He'd be good if he'd had higher Constitution. Intelligence ain't high enough. So Exultant Isle, we're not going to visit that school. They're evil there. So all of my candidates have some sort of a deficiency here. This fox here, by the way, is just the same like the dog. Just another flavor of spirit animal. Alright. So, Roju can now equip one of those. She made the breakthrough. Awesome. So, if I remember correctly now, we just need to reach the Murgas state and then we're an awesome sausage. No, just kidding, it's Megres, and that's where she can transform herself into a golden core out of that. So, a passerby in need. Yeah. Turns out I have no optimal candidate for the water law, which is a little bit sad. My best candidate would be Wang Yun, but his chi sense sucks. And after that comes Pu Shong, and his chi sense is marvelous, but his intelligence and his charisma are just not high enough for that law. So either way, we'll be struck with a very deficient cultivator there. So I'm not really happy with that. Oh, yeah, we also have to do another thing. I just realized that I need to recall Yinji because I don't remember that Roju has received her artifact. Although, oh, she does. She does. Never mind. Yeah, of course. It's not as if we just initiated her. Oopsie. Yeah, okay. Never mind me. So we should rather then send her out for the regular adventures there. So she's not really kicking it right now. So let's see. Is she already capable of learning Spirit Rebel? Because that will just make a lot of difference. Well, she's lacking a little bit of inspiration. So we're going to pick that up. Because if I want to make her a regular adventurer, we really need better travel time. This ain't working out at all. They don't need to be as fast as she, but, you know. Alright. I don't mind Yinji returning to the sect either, though, because we still have to camp at Mount Cassia and get ourselves some Ganoderma in our possession. Okay. This is a pretty long cultivation phase for her, and I think this is an awesome moment to utilize Divinity Mind. Also, she can already get herself that spiritual traveling gadget there. Same goes for Nian Shuang. If I ever happen to send her on any type of adventure, it'll be cool that she already got what I want her to have. That's helpful, isn't it? Hill Rider Spiritualist. That sounds cool. So, with that amount of experience, we should be able to. What's that? When you all of a sudden trigger a hotkey and you don't know what the hell you did. Alright. There it goes. Boom. And now let's retry that. Yeah. She ain't as fast as I'd like her to be, but I think it's just wrong to compare anybody to Chi. Never had such a powerful traveler. Although I gotta say, we totally cheated basically on this breakthrough thing more than anywhere else before, because of the fact that this way I had really powerful talisman results. Yeah, you do you. I'm not going to document that even deeper on the camera than necessary. Doggo does what Doggo has to do. Dig in, bad boy. What I don't like, though, is that I have a lot of ban piles of my storage there. Okay. Meanwhile, with the divinity thingy there, we don't have any problems anymore. Good, Mount Cassia. Really curious to see if we find anything I like there. It would be pretty cool if I'd had a certain supply of Ganoderma and Red Ginseng. Because that would mean that I pretty much have whatever I need. Or is that probably the source of my hallucinogenic mushroom that I've been waiting for? Go, doggo. Oh, wait a sec. I need to order the kill. Alright. Quite happy to see that we're finally at the point where these things are not an issue anymore. As pathetic as most of the enemies grow at some stage in the game, it's always a good feeling when stuff that held you back at the beginning of your run is finally getting trivial. There goes. That's a ton of Lingji. I don't really know if or if not I'll be using that, but for alchemy purposes one day maybe. I don't know. Just can't remember if there's anything really good to be found on this map. Almost accidentally attacked the dog. Not exactly what I had in mind. Okay, so the hillside is explored. That's bad. Why is there this monster in the forest? Leave Yinji alone. Right. I think they're deucing it out now. You'll pay for your insolence. Okay, I didn't expect a demon beast here in the forest to be skulking around. I was like, yeah, there's nothing to be found here, and then that thing came out of the trees. So, but there's still I'm still under the impression that... Yeah, alright, we're leaving this place. Don't want to accidentally fly into another one of those critters. I make it look quite easy, but actually, Yinji has been very close to death several times in this series, and I'm frankly said surprised that he's still alive. Just wanted to say that at least once there. Good-o. Ah, this talisman is just so nice. Oh, hello there. May I interest you in the art of soul gem harvesting? What's up, man? Yeah, you can play with toys, I don't care. Or I don't mind, I should rather say. Okay. Come on, you bad boys. Move it. There we go. Oh. They're actually sending the first cultivators, friends. This is the first cultivator they're sending after me. Okay. Let's flop this bad boy over. And Yinji actually died. This is so ironic. I've been talking about this guy being at the brink of death so many times, and now this passing by dude gets the killing blow on him. This is so depressing. Oh boy, you just killed our sect leader. So, I mean, okay, that's involuntary rebirth, whatever. So, this rebirth pill here is something very, very special. And we have to feed it to Yinji here. Okay. There. He'll be reborn as a mortal though, so he's not gonna be good for anything besides that. Oh, I'm so angry with that guy, seriously. This makes me really, really quite unhappy. It was very unlucky that this guy actually spawned the moment when Yinji came back from his adventure. That was just a stroke of stupid events happening together. And I know from experience that this is not happening too often like that. So... oh, the irony. I really find that so darned funny that I kept talking about him cheating death time and time again, and then that. Anyway, he'll be reborn one day. His stats aren't bad. We just need to take care that he's not going to die. Otherwise, well... So we need a new leader until the... let's see. Let's take Yankei for now. Alright. So, let's see. Nah. We need to kill these cultivators for good. So let's see, can I move a dying person in here to harvest his soul gem? I mean, I probably wouldn't have been that oblivious of the situation if I expected inner disciples in addition to the outer disciples. That was pretty much a new thing happening as well to me, so yeah. Yinji is now a proper outer disciple again, and he'll stay that for a pretty long amount of time. We don't have a wood cultivator henceforth. It's a little bit sad, but since we haven't had a really well-suited room for him anyways. It's not that much of a big deal. What I do think is the biggest deal is that we've lost a fighter. But in all honesty, with that kind of thing, that dragon wing will slice everything apart. So we're just going to slap that on Yankei. I think fire energy... Oh, wait a sec. We cannot put that on her. This will be no good. So a fire elemental weapon will be also okay in the hands of an earth cultivator. So Roju will be probably the new map adventurer. We need to organize things a little bit, but it'll be not the end of the world for us. So let's see how many soul gems I get out of that. Although I gotta say I'm really sad in so far, as I didn't expect this to happen. But well, I don't want to be too salty about it, because yeah, you can harvest them. Oh yeah. So, on the other hand, I gotta say, realistically, when you know how this game works, if somebody dies, it'll be most of the time something like that. Because it is pretty controllable most of the time. And 90% of the time, might people die because of some stupid shenanigans like these. So, I'll take it easy. The boss will be back one day. And Yan Shuang is getting herself prepared. So, let's see how things will transpire. Yankei will be very soon capable to go for the Golden Core Breakthrough. She's taking her last couple of mind training steps. And yeah, well, I'm not gonna be transforming Yinji into the inner disciplehood again. You want to eat earth flux? Nah. Let's not do this. I'm not down for that. So, Exultant Sect people were not going to play with them around. 77%. Yeah, well. Oof. I'm still stomaching what happened here. I'm not really happy with it. Not really happy with it. Because that means I need to invest some extra artifact battle power training, I guess, into somebody. Which is non-Yankei because it's a fire elemental weapon. But tell you what we're going to do. We're going to visit the Blade Tomb. Come on, let's do this. Where's Roju? She's returning anyway, so let's recall her. And see what kind of artifact the Blade Tomb will spit out. If any others, if it will spit out any artifact. I always wanted to know if you can reuse that thing, so there we go. Boom. Very interested in that. Very, very interested in that. Nah. Let's not talk with these people. So, I'll take this as the ending point of today's episode because, you know, I'm just very curious to see whether or not this will work. It would be really amazing if you could get yourself a kick-ass artifact for everybody in there. But I think it would be too easy. Cannot imagine it's gonna be that easy. So, let's see. Jeez, she's fast. I was just like, I need to tune down the speed, but as a matter of fact, that's just her normal movement speed. Sick. So, what I think is happening here, is that her artifact mastery is not high enough. Yinji's artifact mastery was at a really decently high level, and I think that's the reason why she's not able to pick up a sword. But it sounds like she would be if her skill would be high enough. We'll be following that mystery in the upcoming episodes. Until then, I will equip her that dragon blade sword that Yinji was wielding, because I think this will get us somewhere as well. So, my good friends, it is again time to say goodbye for today. I hope you enjoyed yourself as much as I did. I'm a little bit shocked about Yinji being slapped down like that, but probably it has been only a matter of time. Anyways, drop me your comments down below. Let me know what you think about cultivator diffs, and feel free to leave a thumbs up, a subscription, or check out my other Let's Play channel. Once it hits 1,000 subscribers, there's going to be way more content there, and maybe that's already a done thing when you're watching this way back, way there, up there in the future. Alright, thanks for being here. See you guys next time. Have a great day.